Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of It's Art at the End of the Day. Thank you for listening. If you've listened to the first 2, welcome back. And if you haven't, goodbye. I've got a very interesting guy I've met down at Royal Albert Wharf, which is a collection of subsidised studios, a charity called Boat Arts, and enables artists to create their craft and just have spaces where they can create, paint, sculpt, in my case photograph. And on top of that there's a lovely organisation called Art in the Docks that collaborate with all these artists, and they do workshops and different sort of community events for the local area. And my guest today is an artist who's been down there for a long time than me, and his name is John Lord, and he's a painter, and he has a very different way of painting, or should I say different materials that he paints with, but more on that when I speak to him. So let's get into it, and I'd like you to welcome John Lord. I've got to start with the usual is, when did you realise you was an artist?
Well, I think I was sort of brought from an early age. Both my parents were people that made and did things. So my dad was a painter and decorator, but he also did artwork as a hobby. Yeah. He did a lot of other things like graining and marbling.
Oh, wow.
And French polishing. And my mum originally was a dressmaker.
Yeah.
So she
art
made
itself, isn't it?
Yeah, she made clothes, curtains, things when I was a kid, and I just grew up seeing people make things, and it was nothing unusual.
Yeah.
I just thought everybody did it, and when I look back on it now, it's pretty privileged to be in that. There were just people that did things and made things.
Yeah.
And it rubbed off on me. Drawing, I'd always done it. I've always done it. I can't really remember. It was just something that I did from the first, very young.
Yeah. How long? So when did you start sort of exhibiting your work? When did it sort of become an artist?
That's a good question. I mean, I didn't really. I left school, and then my parents were the old school, so they didn't really want me to go to art college.
Yeah.
And I got a job. I was doing apprenticeship, welding fabrication, and I did evening classes. So I did art evening classes, and then I think I started to exhibit through the evening class, group exhibitions, things like that, and just got more confident. And then really it's quite a long journey, that is. And then in about 2018, well, it was 2018, I gave my job up. I was working full time and went out to live on an art residency in Germany, Berlin.
That's a big step, isn't it?
It was. And then that was the moment I felt I'd taken the plunge, really. Yeah. But it was a very long process.
So would you consider yourself as I'm now an artist, or if there is a point that we can say we're an artist?
I wouldn't.
I don't know.
I mean, I find that a strange boundary, because I would consider myself someone that does art and makes art, and I've been doing that for many years.
So you're John who does art, rather than John the artist.
I would say so. Yeah, I like to think of myself like that as well. Although there's something about also going to another country and another place where nobody knows you. You go across there as somebody that's on an art residency, and they don't know you, and as far as they're concerned, in your mind, you're an artist. And there's something about that that's it frees you up as well. Because nobody knows,
totally foreign, and
nobody knows you, and you're going there, you're going in with that no baggage, if you like.
So that must have inspired you, though.
Yeah, it did, definitely. Yeah, that was great.
A different area.
It was fantastic.
Totally different. It's not like I've gone to Cornwall.
No,
it's a different country.
And I was living out there in a flat as well, and part of the art residency, going out, meeting other artists, going around to, you know, there's a lot of pop-up exhibitions there, you know, in sort of industrial areas and things like that. And it was a real game changer for me out there.
It's changed now, though, isn't it? It seems to me it's got more commercial, because you want to get into spaces, galleries, the artist pays.
Exactly.
Pays a lot.
Exactly. I've never been very good at self-promotion or anything like that. I mean, I do apply for various art projects and art prizes, but I still just continue to sort of produce work, and I don't have enough time to push that. You know, the time that I've got is to do my work, and I get things that come up, and if I get a chance to exhibit, I do.
Be honest, you've got to get out there. Your stuff is wonderful.
Thank you.
I've been inspired. I got inspired as soon as I come in here.
Yeah, thanks.
And I see your stencil. The plane was here, if I can remember, when we met when I was.
Oh yeah,
looking.
that's right. Yeah.
And this is the best move I've made personally.
Yeah.
Down here.
Yeah.
Because myself doing the leap, but
it's hard doing the leap, isn't it? It's not an easy thing.
Oh yeah, I was sitting at the desk, going like that, getting phone calls with him upstairs going, "You're not quick enough. Can you do this quicker? Can you do that quicker?" And I thought, "I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this. I'm going."
Yeah.
Because you're working for someone who, I don't know, they do appreciate it, but they don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
Airplanes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's the airplane.
Right on cue.
Yeah, and they reap the benefits of you. So that in the end, I've worked probably much yourself since sort of day dot 16. And
that's where I started work at 16.
You think you get to there and you go, no, I can't do it anymore. And I've got to the point, no, I'm not doing it anymore. But yeah, coming in there, I think this found me.
Yeah.
Because at one point I was a delivery driver for delivering fruit and veg for restaurants.
Okay.
But then we went in, because of lockdown, we went into home deliveries.
Oh yeah.
And funny enough, over back of Colin, I used to deliver there.
Right.
Up in one of the flats there. And then when I come down there, I thought, I know this place.
Yeah.
I recognise this place.
Yeah.
And funny enough, here I am. But yeah, I've been inspired by yourself and Chris and everybody I've spoken to.
No, it's a good community.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a good
wonderful.
community.
Yeah,
and you know, I'm quite lucky. Yeah, I think found it. Well, I was looking around for an art project to come to join again when I came back from Germany. The second time I went to Germany, I went to Leipzig and I came back and it was lockdown 1.
Yeah.
So I stayed and then I was just working there. And then after that, when things opened up a bit, I thought I'm going to look for another art project. And I was looking around and saw this one and registered with Beau Arts.
Yeah. No, it's
yeah.
I mean, I only went through. I just wondered how to start, because I've sort of gone in, because what I do is more like business orientated than probably an artist from my point of view. I wanted to do the artist, but I've had to diversify into being the photographer to fund the art.
Yeah, of course.
But because I know a little bit about business, but not enough. So I've just done the old Google help for business, and this gentleman was government run. I said, I need a studio, I want a studio, and he went, boom, Beau Arts.
Okay.
Got in touch with him, boom, come down here, and it's history.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I nearly ended up over the dark side.
Yeah.
Because I think initially I came to see where you are now. Because you was here, wasn't you?
I was here. Yeah, I was in your space, and then
the list had the picture of the windows, and I went, that's ideal. And then we come down and I looked, I went, oh.
Yeah.
And I said, and I went, and then not. She went, no, John was here and he's moved in there. I went, okay. She went, but you got this space, and I thought, no, this is too big for me.
Really?
Yeah. At first I thought, nah.
Yeah.
Then we walked across there, and that is dark. When we joke it's the dark side, it is dark.
It is quite
though,
dark.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And it was dark. I went, no windows.
No.
And then we come back. And there was a lady who was thinking about upstairs.
I remember that lady. Yeah.
Yeah, she sort of didn't like the fact that it had paint on the walls.
Oh,
When
really?
people been painting it, it's fallen. But it's a studio, isn't it?
Exactly.
And then I come down and I went, nah, I want on this.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and like you say, the community is wonderful.
It is good.
With their arts in the docks and all that.
I know. It's very good.
It's just so immersive.
Yeah, I agree.
And that, that's wonderful. It's really good. When did you start using old paint?
I mean, I've always used it a bit, but I was introduced to Forest Recycling Project.
Okay. Yeah.
Through another group that I was in, and I went over there and just had a look at the paint. I spoke to the lady there, and she, explained what I did, and she said, we've got all this paint that we're actually going to throw out.
Oh wow.
Because we can't sell it on, because basically Forest Recycling Project take paint that has been mixed up at places like B&Q or Dulux depots, and it can't be used for some reason. People have changed their mind, it's gone out of date, the colour isn't on the schedule, on the swatch anymore or something like that, so they get rid of it all. And Forest Recycling Project take it and sell it on to the public, so you can go there and buy paint for your home.
Oh, I don't know that,
which is things like Farrow and Ball, Dulux.
Oh well, yeah.
So it's all
good
proper paint, but they do have some that's lumpy.
Yeah.
But
do you mind that? I was going to say, adds to it, doesn't it?
It does. So I started to sort of go over there and have a look at their paint, buy some of the paint that they had, and they said, look, we've got this other paint, which is, we're going to throw out. And I thought, I'll take it anyway. And that's what I've done a lot of the painting that I've at the docks with the aeroplanes and that. I've used that paint. And then, I've kept in touch with them, and I did a little mini residency with them when I was with Leytonstone Art Trail. So I was down there for 3 days, basically using all their paint on some big paintings, some boards that they set up for me. And the public were coming in and buying paint. Yeah. And I was doing these big paintings down there as they were buying paint, and I was doing some portraits of people.
Yeah, this is what you can do with it.
Yeah. Some portraits of people using household paint. So it's come on quite a lot since I've been here. Yeah. Only through going there and just looking at saying, that's almost like a free material, a recycled material. Because I've always used recycled materials. Yeah. And it's just a readily available, cheap material.
Well, it's better to be thrown, isn't
it? Exactly. And also it frees you up when you're using it, because there's no pressure if it goes wrong, because it's being thrown out anyway. And it sort of frees you up your way of working, I think. So it's been quite beneficial in that way for me.
Yeah, but most of those got big thick skin on them.
Well, it has. But I mean, I've used that quite a lot. I've tried to peel that off and reuse it and incorporate it into the work. Yeah. And it's got a different texture to artist paint. So it's slightly. Yeah. So when it dries with
totally different to oils.
Yeah. It dries with like a ripple on it, so it gives you this sort of strange. If you tip it on quite thickly, it comes out with this strange sort of ripple when it dries, which is a bit like when the sea goes out and the sand is. You
get them ridges.
Yeah. So I quite like that. And,
so more texture in your paint than like watercolours are going to be nothing, isn't it?
Exactly.
And then, I suppose watercolour oil's got some kind of texture, depends how thick you put it on and that, isn't it? And then yours it's got its natural because of the way it dries. Like
exactly. Yeah. So that's what I've been. I mean, since I've been up here, really, I've used Forest Recycling Project, collaborated with them quite a lot. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. But what do you, when you go, I'm going to paint, do you just paint, or is there an image in your head, or?
There's an idea. I have ideas written down what I need to do, and it's usually a title. So it's things like, I've got an idea about doing a subject, so I write the subject down, and then it might not happen for a bit because I've got other things on the go, and I pick the subject from the materials that I've got. So maybe I find a material or find some paint, and I think, okay, that idea that I've got that I had 6 months ago that's on my to-do list could fit with this. Yeah. And then I try and incorporate that that idea into the work that I'm doing. Yeah, I mean, that's the way I work really. I've got ideas that I've been working on and think I could use that, or I could try that now, or I could use that idea. It's sort of it doesn't go in order.
Yeah.
You have that list in your mind, or it's written down, and you think, I could use that, or something comes up and you think, that's a possibility.
So you get some paintings that possibly could take a while.
Yeah, they do.
And then some are done.
Yeah.
In a day or two.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, the best work that I do, in my opinion, is done quickly, and it's done of the moment. So sometimes I'm guilty of maybe fiddling around with it a bit. And when looking back, the ones that are done, they've got that sort of energy, or I feel they've got more energy like that. But there's no real process to it. I mean, it's a bit of an unknown.
Yeah, so that's good. It's more fluid that way, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
But, that's good. And I know you do a lot of workshops.
Yeah.
With Art in the Ducks.
That's right.
Is there a future? Are you working to something, or is it just still there? What's ready for John Lord in the next, I don't know, 3 to 5 years?
I wouldn't like to say. No, I have no idea really. Continue with what I'm doing for the time being.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'm happy, and I'm still obviously doing the evening adult learning, which I think's developed quite well here.
Yeah.
And I think just to go with it a bit and see what happens. I mean, I've enjoyed doing the workshops here over the past, nearly 3 years now. We've done a few things with schools, and I think it also takes you away from what you're doing, and you can see other people's work.
Right. Yeah, it makes you step back for a bit.
It does, and it's great to see that.
Yeah.
And I'm very pleased to be part of that, where you can get involved and show people and see what they can do really.
Yeah.
And also what I like about the things here, it seems to be quite open for people. They can come in, have a go. There's no boundaries like that.
Nice, but
and I've done some really fun things since I've been here. I mean, I've done a couple of things down at East London Uni, quite a few things here, big drawings, community drawings. I think that's the thing that I really like, community drawing, where people, maybe you map it out for them, and then people come in and just fill in their own take on it. If it goes off piste a bit from my drawing, that's a good thing. I want them to take it, use that as a starting point, and maybe go off tangent a bit with it. And I like that. I mean, and I'm also really interested to see what people can draw and paint. So I did that, and I'm still interested in doing it really. It's a nice compliment to your own work. Sometimes you can get a bit of tunnel vision, and you need to step away from your own work, and that's a great way of doing it, seeing other people, how their approach. So I would like to continue with that, definitely.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave.
Chatting to me. Like I say, you inspire me, and will do for as long as I'm here.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. It's nice to hear.
Yeah, it was lovely to sit and have a proper chat.
Great.
We passing ships usually.
We are, aren't we? Usually, we are. But,
thank you very much.
Nice. Thank you, Dave.
Because I don't think we do really see each other enough.
We don't see each other enough, and that's the thing. Like you say, everybody's got a different agenda, haven't they? They've got working and coming down, and when you're down here, you do want to. You're sort of a bit focused on getting on with the work, so
I'm not down here enough.
You don't come enough, no. Well, I don't at the moment, because I think I told you I've gone back to working full time, so I'm quite busy really, and then with everything. And
I'll need to get down here.
Ideally, you'd love to do it all the time, but
I only do it to keep this.
Yeah,
because I'm not going to lose it.
That's the thing with me. When I was working, I think I was working 3 days a week and that, and I decided to go back to work full time just for a bit of a cash injection. And I don't have to do it forever. I've always done it. When I came back from Germany, I went back when I was in Berlin, and I came back to the UK, did work full time, then went back out to Germany, and then came back and worked, and then got the job here. I got the studio. So I've always done that. But yeah, ideally you'd love to do it all the time.
Oh yeah, because the plan was when I've been, what's it, February next year, it'll be 2 years. And I've been here in the June, 2 years here.
Really? Yeah, that's surprising, isn't it?
And the idea was, giving up work, never working for no one again.
Yeah.
Then November last year, it got to the point that I'll go and work for someone, I lose this.
That's what I did around Christmas. I did a reality check, and there's a friend of mine that I used to work with years ago. Was working for this company. He said, why don't you put your CV in? Are you thinking of? And I was like, do you know what? It would be handy at the moment.
Yeah.
So I got the job, and it's okay.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It helps to keep.
It does.
The main part of you. This is part of me now.
That's right. It's important to hang on to it, isn't it? Because once you lose it, once you move away from it, it's hard to get back. So yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy doing what I'm doing at the moment. I haven't got enough time to do what I want to do, but that's with everything. Take that on board, really.
I thought last year was busy, but this year it's got mental. But do you think it's got commercial? I find it's got too commercial. Where I don't know if I'm wrong because I haven't been in it long enough, and I'm speaking out my backside if I say I know all about it all. But it seemed to be like years ago, galleries would ask you to come in, and that was it. They didn't charge you.
No, there's a lot of that now, and there's. I mean, where I've got a little exhibition. Well, part of a little exhibition at Plastow at the moment, which is like Tower Gallery, and there's meeting some of the artists there that I haven't met before. Some of them are very, very opposed to charges. They're saying it's becoming ridiculous now, and they don't put their work in anywhere that's got, a high fee, because they don't believe in that. That's it's the, if you like, the do-it-yourself thing is going. It's become more of a business venture. I've seen them. I get them pop up on my Instagram sometimes, but I don't.
That's all you see is open call for art.
Yeah, and then when you look, it's £150, £200 to register.
Never say anything until you go and register. I'll tell them what each time. I know. I'm not stupid. I go, all right, then I'll register. Yeah. Then they go, it's X amount for per piece.
Yeah.
Wow. No. So okay, thank you.
Well, that's right. You don't have to do it, do you? But no. There's a lot of that. You just. Well, it depends how deep your pockets are, really, doesn't it?
Yeah. But like many of us, we don't have.
No.
Because of their love of what we're doing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's, as I say, the time that I spend is precious time. Is probably producing the work. Yeah. I would say I concentrate that more on than I do on promotion. If something comes up, it's fine. I'll go with it. But I haven't physically got the time to do all that, I'm happier doing the work as well. I know what you mean. You have to be a bit proactive, don't you? Otherwise, it's.
I'm always on Instagram doing. I'm telling people, it's funny because I was bringing a picture home that kind of cowboy that I'm taking down there next week. I was on the bus and this young guy, he was about 22 to drive. He's gone, is that a painting? I went, no, I wished I could paint like that. I said, no, it's a photograph. And he went, wow, that's lovely. So I give him a card. I went, you ever need a photographer? I'll see you, right? Yeah. Give us a call.
Yeah.
But it's things like that. I'm always throwing out the cards.
Well, yeah. But you never know who's going to work. That's another thing. You never know who's going to walk through the door, come in, take the card. Yeah. You never know. So it's always worth doing, isn't it?
But I said to someone way back, I was doing a Parallax art fair up at Kensington, and he was like, tell me your stories, Don. He's like, the interviewing me. Well, blah 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 blah, left the job, blah blah blah. I said, but it's the poorest I've been, but the happiest I've been, because it's just free of all that commercialism, and I can do what I want.
Exactly. Yeah.
To a certain degree.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Got back in the trappings at the moment working for them, but I'll hopefully step back out of it. But
yeah. Well, you never know, do you? Like you say, it's just a thing that you have to do just to keep the ball rolling, and just similar to what I'm doing at the moment. Yeah. No, it's just one of those things. But interesting. You certainly do a lot more exhibitions than I do. I just not that many really.
This year I've been in fact this month I'm in 3.
Wow,
Got
excellent.
things going on.
That's good. That's good to have something
Yeah,
in the
because
pipeline.
I've been wanting to get in, like, be with yous in the doc stuff and that. But
Yeah.
it's not happened, and I've been not here, and
Yeah.
sort of missed it. But yeah, it's been nice to get in there.
They do some
stuff.
good things as well.
Oh
don't they,
yeah,
you
I
know?
think it's wonderful.
Yeah, they do. And they've got a lovely, group of people that come down. It's always nice to meet them, and they're enthusiastic as well. A lot of people that come. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that there's nothing like it really, is there?
There isn't. No, I mean it's all free, and materials all free, and it's just a unique thing, I think.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be more places like it. But
I mean, it's Newham Council that are really providing it.
I think they are good with what they
They're
do.
very good. I mean, I've never worked anywhere like they put so much art and chances for artists. It's definitely brilliant. I mean,
Barker and Dagenham need to take a leaf out of their book. They don't do nothing.
they don't. No, I don't know. I haven't really worked around there, but they've got. I saw quite an interesting thing actually. Where was it when I was in? Gosh, I've gone back here. Ilford Lane.
Oh yeah.
So just when you go into the shopping centre there, where the main, because Stanjay recommended me a garage down there, so I taken my car down there, leave a car there, and I'll go for a walk. And they've got towards the old town hall on the other side. They've got a big redevelopment, and they've got massive photographs there on this redevelopment on a hoarding of and I was reading about the artist. They took 4 images of the same view throughout the day with people walking through cars, and then they printed them all on top of the other. And there's these sort of ghosty sort of images of people, where they're crossover, and it's huge. As I say, probably the prints was probably as high as this, and they're really interesting. And they're sort of done in, I don't know if it's the right word, but like a sepia.
Yeah.
So they're printed in that colour, well, like the old photographs, but they're very, they're very contemporary. They're people walking around with Nike t-shirts and trainers and stuff like that. But it's something about it. It looks really strange because it's printed in that way.
I'll have to go down there.
Yeah, I thought I was quite impressed with it, and they've got a bit there, like a text thing on the wall, but the artist who'd done it, the photographer who'd done it, I thought, I'm impressed with that. Yeah, really good.
Check it
out. I mean, I'll see if I've got some pictures of it. I can't remember. It's ages ago I went down there, but it's quite impressive. I just thought, and the figures, the figures that are printed are sort of quite big anyway because the picture has been blown up so big. It's quite interesting.
I'm going to take a jog down there.
Yeah.
Not jog. Don't do that with physique.
No, just a look. Yeah.
I'll just have a drive down there.
Some pictures of it. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Nice to talk to you, Dave. Anyway, and we'll see you soon. Yeah.
Oh, it was wonderful to catch up with John there. Unfortunately, don't get to see many of the guys down at Royal Albert Wharf often because we all do our own timings and jobs and stuff like that, so we tend to be ships passing in the night. You'll have to excuse the aircraft that are going over because it's right next to London City Airport in East London, and it's a wonderful place. It's right on the docks of the bay. And it's just a very serene place apart from the planes going over, so it makes it a little bit awkward when speaking to people in their studios themselves. But there will be more. Next episode, number 4. Wow, we've got a very intriguing young lady. Thank you very much for listening, and hope you come back and hope you enjoy. So take care. See you soon.